Hello and welcome to the theElpyDimension. I am your guide, Elpy. This is what I'm calling my seed table for my seed table talks. In case you missed it, I have posted the first video in my seed table talks, and that was a flower seed haul from Baker Creek, thanks to some holiday gift cards, which is also how I got these. And that's what we're here for now, is to unhaul these books that I got from Baker Creek. What cool packaging, right? The first is, this looked really cool to me, The Artisan Herbalist, Making Teas, Tinctures, and Oils at Home by Bevan Cohen. And actually, my introduction to Bevan Cohen, so to speak, was, I believe he was on The Urban Gardener. And there's another book that he has about the stories behind seeds, certain varieties of seeds. And I'd really like to get my hands on that book as well. But I thought this looked really, really interesting. I love that these days we have so many resources available to us in terms of making teas and tinctures and oils and every other recipe and how to grow things. And you can find people around you. You can find people on the internet who have recipes and methods and processes. However, I am still a lover of books. I just love books. Yes, I love the pages. Okay, I'm getting over a cold, so my sense of smell is not great. But still, I love the smell of the books. And there's something about books that it's cool just, to have this physically, right? So it doesn't mean that I won't watch videos or talk to people or look up recipes for how to do and make things. But again, there's still something about having a book and sitting there and reading it, and being able to bookmark it. And I don't know, maybe I will write on the pages of this. And, if it's a book that you're always going to come back to, then it's a cool thing to pass on anyways. But yeah, look at this. So we've got red clover. Give a little bit of history on it. They talk about where it grows, where it's native to. Red clover was first brought to North America in 1663 to be used as a fodder crop, but was quickly adopted by indigenous populations that recognized its value as a medicinal herb. And then, it talks about it can be drunk as a tea. I've never made red clover tea. That young feathery creature. Excuse me. Okay. So this is jewelweed. Man, I've never seen jewelweed before, and then I encountered it last summer, and I didn't know that it was a native plant, but it was really pretty. So when I saw this, I was really excited. So our herbal allies. I won't make this long, but contents. Making teas, tinctures, and oils at home. Herbal teas, tinctures. It says herbal teas, gathering your equipment. Single herb tea, creating tea blends, steeping and pouring, infusion or decoction. Enjoying your herbal tea. Tinctures, what are they? Preparing them, crafting, bottling. Infused oils, crafting a salve, crafting a balm, crafting a lotion. Alternatives to beeswax. And then we've got what I was just looking at, our herbal allies. And it's a whole bunch of them. Herbs of the park, field, and forest. You know, chickweed, dandelion, elder, goldenrod, hawthorn, jewelweed, motherwort, mullein, nettle, pine, plantain, purslane, raspberry, red clover, St. John's wort, wintergreen, witch hazel, yarrow. Should I read them all and see how fast I can go? Herbs from the garden, the spice rack. So they're talking, you know, like, hey, spices, recipes and formulas for teas, tinctures, oils, building an herbal business. Interesting, which I'm not going to be doing that. But yeah, so this really looked like it was up my alley. Again, I know there's a lot of you out there who are already awesome at making fruit fly, making all these things. And I'm so grateful that you share your content, but I still love books. So I'm excited to just have one more resource. Okay, let's move on. And I'm excited to have this cool envelope because it's really pretty. And who knows? I will use it again. And then I got the garden planner. I thought this looked really useful, and it is big. It is big. Here's the other one in its envelope. To give you an idea. Okay, how about you just put this over here and get it out of the way. Here's a seed packet. Okay, it's a nice big book. Garden Planner Journal, glare, and logbook for gardeners of ornamental and edible plants. Yeah, it's a nice size. You know, so if found, please return to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. That Audrey Hepburn, that is one of my favorite quotes that I never remember. Monthly planner. So you got the month, to-do list, notes. Okay. And then we got supplies budget. That's a good thing. You got to have that. Item, vendor, estimated, actual. That's cool. Seed inventory. Oh, space to dream. That's nice. Seed inventory. Are there enough pages? Plant variety, vendor, packet cost, seeds per, quantity. I don't know if there's enough pages here. Luckily, the lines are very small. But let's see. Plant inventory. So then we got plants. Seed harvest log. And again, more space to dream. That's pretty cool. I'm nerding out about this. Like, this is pretty cool to be able to just, yeah, I write on my seed packets when I save seeds. Not always, but I will sometimes say what bed they grew in. But I do always say that I harvest them in October or October/November of whatever year. But it would be cool, date, plant, variety, quantity, notes. It's cool. I like the idea of keeping it in one place, which is not something I currently do. And last year was a bum year for me in terms of my gardening journal. Like, I know that a gardening journal is essential, and my phone helps me. But gosh, I've not been keeping a gardening journal very well. Hopefully this year is it for me. Produce harvest log, that's cool. You know, we can write down what we harvest. Bunch of pages for that. Favorite varieties. Awesome. Plant variety, characteristics, vendor, price. That's a great thing to, make note of. You can come back over time and see how that changes too. Plant profiles. So you got the name, the variety, the source, annual, perennial, herb, produce, indoor sow, direct sow, days to bloom, days to harvest, water needs, sunlight needs, attach seed packet or label here. I like that idea, but that's not going to happen unless I've got an empty packet, which I do save my empty seed packets, by the way. So it would be cool if you had like a picture, if you felt like printing out pictures for everything. But yeah, there's a lot of these, which is really cool. Do I need as many? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Fertilizer log. You know, you say I use super juice on this day. This is great for me too, because I'm super bad about feeding, and yeah. Pests and problems. Oh, fertilizer research. We got pests and problems, which, you know, problem, plant, treatment, dates applied, effective, yes, no, partially, notes, seasonal pest control research, seasonal task list. Spring to do, summer to do, fall, winter, space to dream, garden bed layout planners. Oh, yeah. Brainstorms. And then I love when there's little quotes. Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Amen. And yeah, there's brainstorming pages. So I think I have another garden planner that I have others that I've just not effectively used. And I get so sort of OCD that I feel like I can't use this until I use up the others. But this year I'm going to be better. I know I say that every year, but like this year I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and start using this year. I've got a lot of different things to write on and write with, and I got this really cool, my man got me a rocket book, which is going to be another game changer. Maybe I should bust that out. We'll do it another time, but the pages are waterproof, and you got to use the special pen that comes with it, but you can wipe it off, but you take a picture, you upload it to, wherever you want it to go. And so you have a digital record, and more on that later. But I thought, well, that'll be great for the garden too. But I had already ordered this book, and so there's a lot of different ways to keep up with things. And I really, even though I don't do it, I really like keeping a record of things because I'm a nerd. But also it's really cool to just see things, how they change over time, and to have that record to look back on. When I do go back to, old pictures, or when I did keep a journal, it's really neat to be like, oh, that's right, I did have a problem with blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, that's right, I did grow that and it was amazing. And yeah, and so I really like being able to look back on those things. And there's a lot here that can give me reference for the future, but also help me in the present, just keeping track of things. And so I think this is a really great resource. There's a lot of resources out there, and I'm going to give this one a try. Let me know if you have read the other book, the Artisan book by Bevan Cohen, or if you have it and you plan on reading it. If you have this Baker Creek planner, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Yeah. So, excellent. Thank you so much for your time and your interest. This is a good time to be reading and to be picking up these types of things, especially for those of us who are in cold climates where maybe we're doing indoor gardening, or maybe we're just planning for the upcoming season. But this is a great time to start kind of putting your pieces in place, and seeing how you're going to do things. That's why I want to do these seed table talks, because then I have a reason to talk to myself and not just feel crazy. I can be like, oh, actually, I'm not talking to myself. I'm recording a YouTube video and I'm talking to the people out there. So that's one great thing about doing seed table talks, It also gives me an excuse to repeatedly play with my seeds and touch them and look at them and, oh, you're so pretty, and oh, you're so pretty, and just daydream. These, by the way, this is a sneak peek I gave last time, but these are the peas and beans that I'm considering growing. Probably not going to be able, I don't know, beans and peas, yeah, you got a little bit more wiggle room on growing them, and like growing a lot of them, because they don't, especially if they grow up a trellis, if they're pole, the pole variety as opposed to the bush, you have more options because they can grow vertically, and you can also succession sow them. More on that later. And yay! Okay. Thank you so much for your time and your interest. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you'd like to follow along with how things are going with me and the seed talks, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and the notification bell will let you know. Hit that too. It'll let you know when I post new videos. Be safe. Be well. Bye for now.